and welcome to the show. Today we're doing Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color, not the N64, which we will be doing at a later date. And yes, it's the same game, but two totally different consoles. Mario Tennis. Where do I start, boys? Let me tell you something about Mario Tennis, right? Where the fuck is Mario at the beginning? That confused me. So if you come in on this to play a Mario game, don't expect it to be like any other Mario game. You're not going to see Mario. You're not going to see him. You're not going to see him for a while, right? But before we get onto that, let's just say this game here was released in Japan in 2000. Everywhere else in 2001. Pisses me off still. This is the first handheld version of Mario Tennis, which is quite nice, isn't it? The story mode, which you're seeing on the screen here, is an RPG-like story mode. You control either Alex or Nina, change the name if you want, and you're working your way up through a school of tennis to get to the top levels to beat Mario. Now, you're not going to see any of them on there for a while. You're going to be playing against characters that could be in any tennis game. So there's no reason to believe there's a Mario game at this point for ages, right? It takes a long time to get through your dialogue. But as you get to Peach's castle in this playthrough, you will see three familiar characters, being Daisy, Boo, and Toad. They make cameo appearances. They're not playable, so don't get too excited. But the ones that are unlockable and playable, that are not actually in this game, for say, is Yoshi, Bowser, Wario, and Waluigi. Now, you're wondering, how can they be unlockable if they're not in this game? I'm going to tell you. You link up the N64 version, you get the little pack that you get in, right, and put the Game Boy game in there, and then you can transfer your data over, and then you got those four characters on this game, which is quite nice. And that's Mario. It really annoys me, boys. Despite being the main character, it's called Mario Tennis. You've got to complete this game to play as Mario. Now, I have no idea how long this game here will take to complete. I did not complete it. I was playing it, I was like, where the is Mario? I ain't got this sort of time. I ain't got this sort of time in my life. Where are any of them? I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out why. It took me a while to learn. It's not that hard of a game to learn, but you know, it is what it is. It literally takes about 15 years to get through the story mode, I reckon. How else could you explain it? And as it's an RPG, it's got a leveling up system, right? There's 4 areas you're going to level up, being speed, power, spin, and control. So if you are into that RPG games, as a sport game, this is really good. So if you take away it being you take away expectations of playing characters like Mario, this is actually a really good game. It really is. It's unique, and it's nice that we had a start like this. Camelot done well. You wondering who Camelot are? They developed this game, and there are mini games off on the main menu as well at exhibitions. So you can do mini games and play as your favourite characters, and exhibitions that you can play as Baby Mario, but not Mario, not until you complete it. You get 9 different courts, which could be worse, couldn't it? And funnily enough, this is Waluigi's only appearance in a Game Boy Color game ever, if you link it up. As I said, it didn't need to be called Mario Tennis, because it didn't. I don't know. You play it, you see what I mean. You go through a story mode. It'd be nice to go against them and go to the locations, but you're gonna be playing it for some time to get there. I thought it was actually quite good for a tennis game. I don't know if anyone's familiar with tennis, but it's a boring sport. But to play it on this was quite good. And I will be playing the N64 version and reviewing that as well. Even though it's the same game, it's still two different graphical systems. The system of the Game Boy Color to the N64 is a massive difference if you've not played either of them, which you'd be living in some sort of bubble if you haven't. If you know what I mean, boys. So, as you can see, the game on the screen, very colourful. Don't know who any of them characters are, of course, because they couldn't dare use someone that's recognisable. Because why would you? Why would you use a Gumba or anyone else? Piranha Plant. Nah, just use them people, but you don't know who they are. So this lady here is taking us around, giving us a tutorial. This tutorial so far has lasted, what, 5 minutes? Tutorial, where you just want to play the frigging game. You're walking around 5 minutes first, and it's not even finished yet. It's not like I'm going to go anywhere. I'm going to keep talking about it. Who's Mark and Gavin? What's the point? Why couldn't that be Toad and Toadette? What? You see, this is where this game lets me down a bit, right? It's a great idea. I love an RPG. But why are you making an RPG, a Mario RPG, without all your favourite characters? Because this could have been so much fun. I don't know if they've done it in future games, because this is my first ever one. So we will find out through this journey. But what's going on? What's going on? It's like talking about Emily. You're talking about. I'm just here to give you my view. And at the moment, this game pissed me off. Right, when I was playing it, because I didn't know. I do the gameplay before the research, so I guess a natural reaction without knowing what's going on. So at this point, I was like, "Is Mario even in the game? Are any of them in the game?" Because I'm just wandering around here, speaking to Emily, Kevin, old woman, whatever plebs are about. Who are these people? And then they're not in the Mario world, so is this game Mario Tennis apart from the story mode? You know, these are all the questions I ask myself. And if you've not played this game before, you're going to be asking yourself these questions unless you do your research or you're watching this video, which you would be for me to say that and you to hear it. But it wound me up. It's like, look at this again, right? You're still wandering around. Mario could have come out then. They're just asking me stupid questions. I've been going 8 minutes. This video has been going 8 minutes, and we're still in the tutorial, right? I'm not gonna. You're gonna watch part of a tennis match. Just let me tell you something else about the tennis matches. 20 minutes. Yeah, a tennis match. 20 minutes. I started off not knowing what I was doing, and the controls are easy and all that, but I don't know, the N64 version is going to be different. But if I was turning left and right to hit the ball with the two buttons you would have, they weren't going there. They weren't going where I wanted the ball to go. And I was confused in what I was doing. And it really annoyed me for a little while, but not as bad as the next game, which you'll see. But yeah, I was like, what's going on? Why couldn't it have been a bit more simpler? And I'm just nitpicking now, because this is a nitpick, because when you get used to controls, they are good. And after my research, after I played this game and done the research on what the story leads to, it actually sounds really good. And I would advise anyone to play it, because you will go against your characters. You know, you end up playing doubles with Peach and Mario at some point, and now I'm by myself wandering around. Finally, I'm like, I'm out of there. I just want to go play a game. I want to go see what the gameplay is like. I want to go and have a look. And this is where I introduce you to my first game. Now, I'll let you watch a little round of game while I give you some commentary, right? Because you got all the backstory. You got your Camelot developer. You got it come out in 2000. You got your unlockables. You control my thoughts on it, right? Now, we're going to have a little chat. I'm ranking someone who's 4th, ranking matchings against someone who's 4th. It takes longer than that, I think, because it's 3 sets of 6 games. 3 sets, right? And these games that we'll watch, right? So it's like, yeah, I'm in it. Why am I bouncing around all over the place? You do get good rallies on this game. I know. And look at him cheering. They could have used someone on a scorer who was actually a character as well, right? So if you hold down the button, you do get a power attack. I'm not 100% sure how that works properly either. But as you can see, it's like quite a basic tennis game. But if you like tennis, you're going to like this game. You are going to like this game if you like tennis. And like I said, it's nice to have the RPG factor in it. This gameplay here is about, you know what it is. It doesn't change. This is what you're going to be playing the whole time, right? It's an RPG. It's got a little story to it. You are climbing to get to Mario, but this is it. This is where you're aiming for this sort of level, yeah. And all the games are the same. It's just if you're in it for the RPG experience, you're going to enjoy it. You really are. And I'm looking forward to getting to the newer ones because this is the first one ever. And like I said, I will be doing the N64 version, which is the same game, just I'm guessing better graphics. Because if it's not, then what the hell are we doing? Anyway, let's go over and rate this game. Here we are, over at our ratings. Now, to give you a reminder where we're at. We've got 2 Game Boy games already in good games. Got Game Boy games living up, haven't they? So Mario Tennis Game Boy Color. This is where I was thinking of putting it, right? Because of the lack of the Mario content in the RPG. Because I played Mario Tennis for half hour, 40 minutes without seeing a character. Then doing my research, it's like, oh wow, it's actually got some potential. So it goes up to good game. Because, like I said, it is a good Mario game, right? It's a good tennis game. I just thought it was lacking a bit too much of Mario. But I was wrong, because it's quite a cool concept to start off on nothing and work your way up and get to see them characters. And yeah, I do think they should have done it differently, and maybe they did in future games. As I said, we will see. But that is a good game, and I'll stick with that as being a good game. I'd love to hear your opinions and what you think. I really would. And if you've not played it, go play it, because you'll be in for a surprise. Game Boy Color has a bad rap these days because it's the first of its kind. This Game Boy. People got like Game Boy Advances and DS's and stuff right now, so they don't play Game Boy Color, but you'd enjoy that. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be really interested for your comments actually. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next show.